Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So I've come on to do this month's WS Art Club, so Woolly Steph Art Club, which is hosted by Ashley from Paper and Twine, and I'll leave a link. So if you don't know what this is, it's a collaboration. You're free, anyone can join in, and basically Ashley pulls out a prompt each month and you need to use that prompt in your art piece, whatever you want to do. For instance, I've only been doing it a little while, so I made this little journal. So March we had purple, April we had hearts, and then last month we had celebration. This month we have got straight lines. Now I thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for straight lines? So I'm just going to put that there, and I'll put that there so you can see that in case you're interested. So I've got my square and I've stuck down some double-sided tape. I've gone through my scrap pile and I've got out all my little pieces of scrap. They're all straight lines. So I'm thinking I'm going to do some sort of design on here using these. So I've just gone for a blue and sort of purple theme. So I'm just going to, I've put my double-sided tape in already. So this should I say come off. I'm going to do one bit at a time. So we're just going to make some sort of a pattern. I don't really know what it's going to look like, but I thought, you know, these are straight lines, so we'll go with that. And also it's going to use up some of my scraps. That doesn't look long enough actually, nor's that one. So we won't be using those because they're not long enough. I want something a bit lighter. What's that one? Let's turn them over so I can see what I've got. Right, and I've got that one. That will fit. In fact, let me just take the next one off, just so I know I've got enough room. Right, there we go. So let's pop that one down. I don't think that matters which way it goes actually. And we're just going to have straight lines. Oh, I've made a mess of that one. Ooh. Pull that over. There we go. Get that one over there. Maybe we'll just go with purple. Well, I could go across with the blue. Oh, didn't mean to put that on there. But I thought this way I'm just using up my scraps that I've got. Because it's quite a difficult one to think of, straight lines. What am I going to do? Anyway, this is my interpretation of it. I can get the other sticky off. There we go. Right, I've got some like that one. That's quite pretty. Let's just try, and it's more difficult than it actually looks to get them on in a straight line. That's a nice purple piece. I like that glittery effect. I was going to weave them, but then I thought, no, that's not straight lines, is it? And then I've got tiny bit left there. So we need a little, I think what I'll do for that one is just put some glue on. So I don't want to go right over. I put a tiny bit of glue down there and we can stick that one on. And that gets rid of all my little purple pieces. There we go. Now that gets rid of that. Right, let's cut those off. Cut those off. There we go. Then those can go in the bin. So we've got straight lines there. And then what I was thinking with the blue is maybe I could go across with a couple with the blue. That will just go on there. This bit longer. That one's not long enough. That one should be long enough. We could go across there like that. Right, let's get some double-sided and go across there. This is quite sticky. I've got a massive roll. Oh, that'll be the wind. Shutting the door. Okay, so I'm just thinking there. It's actually quite difficult when you're looking, instead of, you know, leaning over and you're looking down. It's quite tricky. I should have used those scissors because I got glue on my other pair, and to try and get it off. Oh, yeah, I've got it on that pair now as well, and it ends up sticking. Right, I think I'm going to do two lines. I'm going to put a tiny little gap in that, and I've not done that one long enough, so that's fine, doesn't matter. I can rectify that because you're not going to see it. So let's take that off. I just had a little piece there, so let's get that off. Let's bring that tiny little piece back and pop that there, so that can be double. There we go. Right, so let's pop some on here and go across that way. Straight lines. I think I'll just use this blue. I was thinking of leaving a gap, but I'm not going to now. Let's chop that one off. I wonder if that will go across again. I don't think it will. I've got that one, but I'm not sure that that's going to match. Do you know what? We're going for it. That'd be a delivery driver outside, honestly. I don't know why it bothers her so much. And then that one. Will that one go across? Oh, just, yes. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Right, let's chop that off. Delivery driver of some description. I'm just going to close the door so we can't hear her. She's out on the balcony. Had the door open because it's quite warm, but we don't want to be listening to her. Right, there we go. So that's that. That's my straight lines, although that one's not that straight, is it? We'll disregard that one. Just pretend it is. And then I'm thinking, right, what am I going to do here? So I'm going to get my brushes out. I'm not going to add any ink. I'm just going to see what I've got on here. And whether there is a little bit of purple. There's a tiny bit of purple on there. You can see that coming through. And then let's have the blue and see what we've got on there. Not much on there, I don't think. Let's try the other blue. Oh, there's a little bit on there. Just going to colour that. And then I'm thinking, and I have seen someone do this, and I can't remember who it was, but they had sort of like a credit card. But I'm thinking I'm going to use the side of my block. I don't know how this is going to come out because I've never done it before. I wonder if I should try it on a blank piece first. But I'm thinking just going to do some lines. Ah, no, that doesn't come out very well, does it? That does not come out very well. Okay. Disregard that one. we won't be doing that. Let's pop that back up there. So I think what we'll do is instead I'll get my marker pen out. Where's my black? I'll get my black pen out and a ruler. And we'll just go down like that. So I hold that there. And we have a straight line there. And we have a straight line there. And then I can colour that in. And then we'll have, oh, let me just colour that in. So that it's a block, but it's straight. I really am struggling with this one as to what to do. Right, that is a straight line, and then what I might do is bring in my purple and my blue and just do some lines, some straight lines. Let's go across that way, just a couple of lines. And that's her barking now because I've locked her outside. Right, that's the purple. And then let's move along and do a blue one. And then let's go down here and do a blue. Come along here and do a blue. And then come along there and do a blue. And then I'm going to go in the middle with the purple. And then that is my straight lines. One there. And one there. There we go. It's not the greatest piece of art, I have to say, but it covers the straight lines. Now, do we have a sentiment on it? Because it just looks, I need to put something on it. It doesn't look right. So let's just have a look what we've got on here. I've got some blue. Where's the blue ones? I'm sure I've got some blue. There we go. Something along that lines. Right, what have we got? All great things have small beginnings. Let's have that. Come on, off you come. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, because that's a straight line sentiment, is I'm just going to put it on here to sort of straighten this up a little bit. So you can't actually see that that isn't straight. Just need to go across a little bit more. If I put it there, there we go. Right. Sorry it's not that great this month. But straight lines, yeah. I didn't know what to do, so I've literally done my straight lines. So that is my entry for the Woolly Steph Art Club for this month. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do go along. I'll put a link to Ashley's channel on this. Do go along and have a go and join in with us. There's quite a few of us that do it, but more the merrier. So yeah, take care everyone. Crafty hugs and see you soon. Bye bye.